Why do you have Xbox literally crying on social media saying, how could you do this? You can't put you can't put Halo and Starfield and Gears on PlayStation? Why do I even own an Xbox then? Yeah, you're right. Why do you? A gamer, you see? Way too. Here we are again, my brother. Hey, bro, don't it seem like once a year, every year, at like the beginning of the year, Microsoft, Xbox, they do something that's just like, you just have to talk about it because of because of either how Xbox are responding to it, or it's just so like, why would they do that last year with the whole Phil Spencer meltdown that like had everyone talking about Xbox? And here we are again. You got Xbox crying all over social media. And I'm sorry, it's funny. It's content. Say what you want about Xbox. As far as gaming goes, they might not bring a lot of content as far as gaming goes. But when it comes to making like just like juicy gaming topics to like make fun of them or like or just talk about, how could you not like what Xbox does, bro? The latest news that has Xbox up in a roar right now, shocker, is that Xbox reportedly, I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed, but it seems like as time passes, it's like getting more and more like, yeah, this is what they're doing. And honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they did this. Sucker, have you been looking at the gaming landscape recently for Xbox? Just what they've been doing over these past few years. Their whole slogan is play anywhere, right? And you know, the whole stuff with Game Pass, and essentially if you got a PC, you don't even need an Xbox no more. Is this such a shocking movement for them to go in? Considering how they've been, you know, going about their business with Xbox over the past few, I feel like since the Xbox One. This isn't really a shocking thing if they end up doing this, but it's reportedly said that Xbox is considering bringing some Xbox titles over to other consoles. Xbox is thinking about going multi-platform. Now, some of these games are Hi-Fi Rush, that new Indiana Jones game that they showed at the recent showcase, which I didn't talk about it on this channel, but I mean, one, I'm not even really, I was never really a fan of Indiana Jones like that. But then on top of that, it's a first person Indiana Jones. So they thinking about bringing that to PS5. The Hi-Fi Rush is supposed to be on Switch and PS5, which honestly, again, this goes back to what Xbox did last year with Hi-Fi Rush. In my opinion, if you didn't play Hi-Fi Rush, that was one of their best, if not the best game that they had last year. These idiots didn't even advertise the game. And then, I don't know how much sales it got, but it also released on Game Pass as well. These suckers had the nerve to complain about Hi-Fi Rush sales. You didn't advertise the game, and then on top of that, you drop it on Game Pass to where suckers, hello! Like, if your game is dropping on Game Pass and you don't advertise it, what the frick you think is going to happen? So, yeah, that. And here is the freaking, oh, I'm sorry. Here is the kicker. The game that was supposed to change the landscape of gaming, The game that all of your favorite Xbox would support to the end of Earth. The game that was supposed to change life for the Xbox brand. Starfield is reportedly coming to PS5 later this year before whatever expansion they got coming. They already got an expansion coming for Starfield. I thought Starfield had so much content that you didn't even need like no extra stuff right now, but reportedly that's also really being considered to come to PlayStation 5. Now, let's stop right there.
Flashback. That's just not the world that we are in today. There is no world where Starfield's an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s.
Hey!
End of flashback.
That man was a prophet. That man was an absolute prophet because Starfield absolutely, shocker, did not change life for Xbox. I feel like Starfield has had absolutely no impact on the gaming industry. Honestly, like Starfield came out, not saying that everybody didn't like the game, but Starfield came and it went. Like I feel like there was no lasting power for Starfield to where people thought it was going to be like that game. And here you have today to where now they are considering putting it on other platforms. And I don't know the sale. Really, when it comes to all Xbox games, I don't know how well they sell. One, because Xbox gamers, I don't feel, and this does not go for every Xbox gamer. I'm speaking in a general sense. I feel like Xbox gamers have always been not that diverse. They like certain games. They like their Halo. They like their Gears. Yeah. They like their Fortnite. You know, now, I mean, you throw in, I don't know, maybe Sea of Thieves or something. Like, when it comes to Xbox games, especially when they're like diverse, they've never really done all that well on Xbox. Xbox has been known for like shooters literally since like the OG Xbox. And when you kind of stray away from that, you know, in Forza, like that's when like it's just Xbox has never been known for a diverse selection of games. So when you have all these, you know, different style games dropping on Xbox and they don't do well, I'm not really shocked. But then you add in Game Pass. Now, I've been saying for years, because if this happens, why would Xbox be doing this? One of the articles that I read said that this whole thing was going to be part of a monumental shift in strategy for Xbox. So it really looks like they're going to be going in a different direction going forward with Xbox if this ends up being true. And again, when you add in Game Pass and these games not selling well, now from what I've heard, because I've never really experienced Game Pass for myself, but I hear how it works is, you know, you have these games that drop on Game Pass as soon as they release. I'm talking about big games. Like, you don't even have to go out and like actually buy these games for $60 or $70. If you have Game Pass, they drop there day one and you can play them there. And from what I've heard is Microsoft reimburses those devs money, because, you know, if they were dropping their games on Game Pass essentially for free and they ain't like getting money from like how is the mathing? Like, where is their profits coming from? So I've heard that the way it works is devs drop their games on Game Pass, Microsoft reimburses them some money, and I guess like as the game sells, you know, more and more, like I think they might get some stuff from that. I don't know how exactly the whole business aspect of Game Pass works from like the inside. Here's the thing. I've been saying I feel like many people have been saying for years, Game Pass is not sustainable. Because you could cut it, slice it however you want it. Like, these games that drop on Game Pass, I don't know how much Microsoft, what their deal is with each dev that has their games on Game Pass. I'm sure they all don't get the same amount of money, like based on, what dev it is. But that money, there is money that is being left on the table when it comes to Game Pass. Period. Like, there is money that they're not getting that is coming from Microsoft instead, that they could be getting from consumers when it comes to Game Pass. And I have questioned for years, like, yo, how is Game Pass, like, I mean, yeah, for gamers, it seems like a great thing. Like, oh man, if I'm subscribed to Game Pass, I could get all of these freaking brand new games for free. And let's be honest, Game Pass has been the one, if only, bright spot for Xbox. When you hear Xbox today, the one pro you hear about Xbox is, man, that Game Pass. that Xbox Game Pass is great. And again, for consumers as gamers, that's a great thing. How is it for, the devs and actual suckers that, are putting their resources into these games? Like, how is it sustainable over time? And you question, why would Xbox be doing this? I just feel like it comes down to money. I mean, why else would they do this? Why would Microsoft literally recently acquired Bethesda not too long ago for like what, I can't remember the exact jump, but some $1 billion. They've been acquiring all these studios over the years, acquiring this studio, acquiring that studio. We got money. We are Microsoft. Here, take it. Acquiring all these different studios. And yet, Starfield ain't even been out, a year yet? It's not even been a year that Starfield has been out, and it's already reportedly going to come to PS5? Either suckers on Xbox have been lying to the public and they don't give a damn about Starfield and nobody's playing this game anymore. Okay, it is either that or they realize, hey, we gotta this was supposed to be a big thing, and if these games ain't bringing in money, take Game Pass out of it. We are not talking about Game Pass now. If these brand new games that these suckers is putting all their time and resources and money into, they aren't making profits from that junk, what else do you think is going to happen? They're going to drop this junk on other platforms to try to bring in new people, to try to get more interest, to try to get more money with all these games that, again, they dropping on Game Pass. Good. Is it sustainable for the future of actually, for devs getting their money and Microsoft, their acquisitions of these studios? Like, is Game Pass sustainable for the long run? As great as it is for us, is it good for them? And I feel like, I just can't come up with another reason of why you just spent all that money on Bethesda and a game like Starfield, and all of a sudden within less than a year, it's going to reportedly drop on PS5. The freaking Indiana Jones game, Hi-Fi Rush, a game that you did not advertise yourself and it put on Game Pass. Who you think is going to buy freaking Hi-Fi Rush? Like, this all come in my opinion. Again, I'm just a black man that just sits in his room and records records YouTube videos. I ain't saying that like I'm like a freaking business genius, but when you look at all the decisions that these suckers have been making over the years, this does not shock me that all of a sudden a lot of these games, they are entertaining it becoming multi-platform on different consoles. It doesn't shock me. If anything, I'm like, what took so long? Because again, bro, even before this, if you have a PC today, you don't even need an Xbox. You can literally play all of the best Xbox games currently today all on PC. I play Halo Infinite on PC. You could play Starfield on PC. You can play Hi-Fi Rush on PC. That's where I played it, on PC. So you now, if this happens, you thought that you didn't need an Xbox before. Let me tell you something. If these Xbox games start to drop on Switch and PlayStation 5,
it's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
Low-key, I predicted this. I predicted, because after the 360 era, is just Microsoft has completely like just these others don't got the sauce anymore. They do not have the sauce anymore after that 360 era. And I feel like since then, these suckers have been going through an identity crisis, an issue. They do not know who they really are, what they are trying to be. The big games that used to be known on Xbox that everyone cared for are all shells of themselves now. Halo, Gears, freaking COD is a shell of itself now. They can't even use that. So it's like when all of their biggest games all of a sudden don't have the same pull and they haven't really established any new great IP. Hellblade 2? You think Hellblade 2 is gonna change life? I am so sick of people frauding on the internet. Like, I'm tired of it, bro. First it was supposed to be Halo Infinite. Then it was supposed to be Starfield. Then it was supposed to be this game. Then it was supposed to be this game. I be seeing Xbox hype up Hellblade 2 like all of a sudden this junk is supposed to be a blockbuster game. Sucker, you didn't even care about the first Hellblade. Stop lying to yourself. Like, it kills me that like people are like, oh, you see how good Hellblade 2 look? Sucker, the first one looked good too. Nobody cared about Hellblade 1. All of a sudden, Hellblade 2 is like supposed to be an Xbox system seller. Nothing about this surprises me, bro. Nothing. Like, I personally feel Microsoft have ran out of cards. These suckers have no deck anymore. These suckers have run out of options because they have tried everything to get you, to get me, people that don't own an Xbox, to even possibly entertain the idea of going out and buying one, and nothing has worked. These suckers have done Game Pass. These suckers have an Xbox Series X and a cheaper version, Xbox Series S. These suckers have dropped a gang of freaking controllers. These suckers have tried to bring back Halo, period. Just like so many different times, they've put their games on PC to try to get PC players to possibly be like, oh, this junk is nice on PC. Maybe I might need a... Nothing has worked. These suckers have acquired all these studios to try to make games for them. We ain't seeing most of these games still. Nothing has worked. Nothing. And when you're putting all this money into doing this, into doing that, into doing this, into trying that, into acquiring this, into acquiring that, and you ain't making a return, what else are you going to do but drop your games on other platforms? I feel like point blank period, that is that is the direction that they are going in. These suckers have ran out of options because people are I don't know how well Xbox Series X and S sell, because I don't even care to be honest. I mean, and for PS5 as well. I don't care how much of these the money ain't coming to me. So I don't really like look into the numbers of like, you know, how many sales they had for this month or that month for Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo. I don't really care about that stuff. But I just know that Xbox don't sell like PS5s do. I know Xboxes, I know that despite Nintendo being outdated in a multitude of aspects, they are doing pretty well for themselves and they have their own established brand. You can hate on Sony all you want to, and yes, Sony has been making a lot of questionable decisions lately, but we still kind of know what the Sony brand is and what you can expect from Sony. I literally feel like since the Xbox 360 era has ended, going from the Xbox One all the way into this new generation, we've been in this generation for over 3 years now. I just always feel like Microsoft is constantly like like scrapping for something to stick. And really the only thing that has really stuck for them, I feel like, has been Game Pass. But again, how sustainable is that from a business sense? I don't know. I don't know if the future of Microsoft is they are just going to kind of become like almost like a third party entity to where, like, you know, you can start playing Halo. Yo, boy, if it ever get to the point, you know what? I am such a Halo guy. Again, because people swear that I'm a pony. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know how much of an Xbox, mainly a Halo fan that I used to be. I couldn't even fathom the idea of playing Halo on PlayStation. It's disgusting to me. It's the same way if I was playing something like Uncharted on freaking Xbox. Disgusting. I couldn't do it. But if it gets to those times to where you can play Halo, or you can play Gears, or you can play Forza on PS5, Switch, PC, again, we get back into the conversation to where people say exclusives don't matter anymore. If that is the case, why are Xbox crying on social media saying, "How could you do this? You can't put you can't put Halo and Starfield and Gears on PlayStation? Why do I even own an Xbox then?" Yeah, you're right. Why do you? People have been saying that for even with just the fact when the games was just on PC, people were saying that. If they drop on console, on other consoles now, it's over. Like, it is completely over, and maybe that is Microsoft's next move. What do you want Xbox to be known for? Do you want it to be the Game Pass device, which currently that's what it is, or are you actually trying to establish, hey, we are a gaming console. These are the games that you can get from us. We also got stuff like this, but when you think Xbox, this is the stuff that you can expect on Xbox. And until they get to that point, am I preaching? Am I preaching today, my brothers and sisters? Until they get to that point, it don't matter what these suckers do. It don't matter who they acquire. It don't matter how many games you drop on Game Pass day one. It don't matter how many controllers and different models of Xboxes you put out. You're always going to be, hell, I was about to say too, you're number 3. Even Phil Spencer himself said that last year, we're never going to be on the level of Sony, and we're never going to be as good as PlayStation or Nintendo. This is just how it is. Like, what? I just don't know why Xbox are so surprised by this. If you look back at all of the events that has been going on with Xbox for these past, I feel like 10 plus years at this point. So, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about this? You know, just the future of Xbox. Leave all that and more down in the comment section below. Again, props to Microsoft and Xbox for always. I feel like I only get the most passionate when it comes to gaming topics when it deals with Xbox. say what you want about these suckers. These suckers bring like the old me back out into when I'm talking about like these gaming topics. So I gotta get this suckers credit for that, you know. So yeah, man. But yeah, leave y'all comments down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all boys in my next one. All right.